Hello everyone, here's my review for Adolescence of Utena. Adolescence of Utena follows Utena Tenju, student at Otori Academy, who gets drawn into a series of sword duels to win the hand of the Rose Bride, Anthe Himemiya. When reviewing something that's a part of a franchise, I always like to take a second to explain my relationship to said franchise, and with Revolutionary Girl Utena, unfortunately I don't have one. I had never even heard of the series until I saw that this film was getting re-released, but I asked the subreddit fan community for the show if I could go see the film, and most of them said I could. And from what I've read about the show, it in some interpretations acts as a sequel to the show, but mostly serves as a retelling of it. Anyway, I was fine without the context of the show, that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I think Adolescence of Utena is actually really good. I think it has a great sense of rich, unique visual storytelling. This film is visually beautiful in a lot of ways. It has really uniquely stylized animation, the coloring is vibrant, and like I said, the imagery is really powerful. This film is also really strong musically. Both the score and the original songs do a great job at adding to the storytelling. Both build on the tone and the character dynamics really well. Obviously, action is not the focus of this film, but what's here is strong. The duels that Utena finds herself in are obviously visually striking, but also tense on a story level. And the same goes for the finale, as weird as it is. I always say with artsier films, especially anime ones, I like to decide for myself what I think they're truly about before giving my opinion on them. Because from what I've read, it seems like there's actually quite a bit of debate on what Adolescence of Utena is about at its core. If you ask me, I think this film is about a reclamation of agency from trauma, and despite the complex visual language, I think this actually comes across quite clearly. Utena and Himemiya are connected by trauma, and they buried that trauma through the fantasy world of the Academy. Through their bond, though, they're able to break through that and forge a new path ahead in life. I will say this film moves at a breakneck speed at points. It almost feels like it's trying to cram things into its sub 90-minute runtime. And I do feel it could have benefited from slowing down a bit. Now, people who have seen the show may feel differently about that. I'd be curious to hear from you in the comments. But, like I said, from what I understand, this can be watched without the context of the series. Overall, Adolescence of Utena is a neat little piece of anime history, and I'm very glad to have seen it on re-release. And with that, I'm going to give it an 8.1 out of 10. But let me know in the comments if you've seen Adolescence of Utena. Also, let me know if I should watch the TV show Revolutionary Girl Utena. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the next one.